Her name was Gloria Mitchell. She had paid for a first-class seat fairly and fully. She didn't ask for any special treatment, and she wasn't the type to cause a fuss. So when a flight attendant quietly approached and asked her to move to the back of the plane, Gloria didn't raise her voice. But the rest of the plane did. Gloria Mitchell was not a woman who demanded much from life. Not when she worked 32 years in the Atlanta public school system. Not when she raised 3 children alone after losing her husband to a heart attack in his 40s. Gloria had always been the quiet strength that held things together. Now, at 72, she was finally doing something she had always encouraged others to do. Take up space. That's why she splurged on the ticket. Her granddaughter, Jada, was graduating from Purdue University in West Lafayette, Indiana, the first in their family to earn a degree in environmental engineering. Gloria was going to be there front and center, dressed in her best Sunday outfit, cheering like she did back at those rickety high school bleachers years ago. She had flown before, sure. Always in coach. Always modest. Always quiet. But not this time. This time, she bought a first-class ticket, chose her seat by the window, and paid in full. It wasn't about luxury. It was about presence. She was saying, in her own way, I'm still here. I matter. At Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, she walked with a purposeful calm. Her gray slacks, soft lavender sweater, gold stud earrings, and well-cared-for leather handbag said everything before she spoke. Her hair was silver, swept into a neat bun. When she smiled at the gate agent, it was warm, not out of obligation, but out of belief in kindness, even when it wasn't always returned. Good morning, Miss Mitchell, the agent said after scanning her ticket. She liked how that sounded. As she boarded, a few passengers in the front cabin glanced up. Some nodded. A young woman in a denim jacket leafed through a magazine. A man in a suit gave a courteous smile. Gloria found her seat, 2A. She placed her handbag under the seat in front of her, smoothed her sweater, and looked out at the sky, bright and cloudless. A good sign. A flight attendant passed by, offering bottled water. First time in first class? She asked with a rehearsed smile. Gloria chuckled. That obvious? Not at all. Just wanted to say welcome. She nodded politely and returned her gaze to the window. Her thoughts drifted to Jada's grin, the way she spun in her chair at age 10 when Gloria would take her to the school office on planning days. So much time had passed. Everything felt still. Clean, right? Until that voice came. Excuse me, ma'am. A different attendant. Younger. Blonde. Expression unreadable. Gloria turned. I'm so sorry, but there's been a seat assignment mix-up. We need you to move to seat 19C. Gloria blinked. I beg your pardon? There was a last-minute upgrade. The system made a mistake. Gloria didn't raise her voice. Didn't frown. She calmly pulled out her paper boarding pass. This is my seat, she said, showing 2A printed clearly on the slip. I paid for it. The attendant glanced, then looked down the aisle. I understand, but we just need this seat. It's a time-sensitive issue. From across the aisle, the woman in denim quietly said, she was here first. I saw her. Gloria stayed seated, hands firm on the armrests. I'm not trying to cause trouble, she said, voice steady. But this is my seat. The attendant leaned in. Please cooperate. We'll sort it out later. Then a tall man appeared. White, maybe in his 50s, clean-cut, laptop in hand. The attendant smiled. Right this way, sir. But Gloria hadn't moved. Not yet. The man looked confused. This is 2A, right? Yes, the attendant said quickly. Just a mix-up. Gloria's voice was calm, but resolute. How is this being handled? We'll compensate you for the inconvenience, came the reply. Inconvenience. Gloria lifted an eyebrow. This isn't just a minor mix-up. I'm being asked to give up the seat I paid for in front of a full plane. The man said nothing, just stared. Please, ma'am, the attendant said again, firmer. No one else spoke, but they watched. She felt it, the weight of eyes, the heaviness of the silence. Gloria quietly unbuckled her seatbelt, picked up her bag, and stood. The attendant exhaled in relief. The man sat, like nothing had happened. She walked slowly down the aisle to seat 19C, tight, noisy, next to the restroom. She sat. She didn't cry, but her chest ached. She hadn't been surprised. Not really, just disappointed. And then, excuse me, it was the denim-jacketed woman. Standing now. What just happened here isn't right. That woman had her seat. She paid for it. I watched her sit there before anyone else boarded. The plane went quiet. The attendant tried to intervene. Ma'am, please sit. No, the woman said. You assumed she wouldn't protest. But I will. A ripple moved through the cabin. A man in row 3 stood. She had her pass. She boarded early. This isn't okay. Phones came out. Cameras pointed forward. You moved her because she wouldn't make noise, the woman continued. Because she's older and, let's be honest, because she's black. Silence snapped. Gloria felt her face heat. She hated being at the center of things. But then a voice called out. Give her seat back. The man in 2, it looked uneasy. I just sat where they told me. And didn't ask why, the woman shot back. He shrugged. The Tiger's Catman said, Ma'am, do you want her seat back? Gloria hesitated. I don't want to delay the flight, she murmured. You're not, the woman replied. You're helping make it right. Then more stood. If she doesn't sit into A, someone said, we won't sit either. The crew panicked. Boarding halted. The lead attendant, red-faced, moved fast. The man in 2A quietly left. Gloria returned her seat. Passengers nodded. Good for you. We saw. As the plane took off, a red-haired teenager in row 18 had already uploaded a clip to TikTok. Caption. They moved an old black woman out of her seat for some dude. Whole plane said nope. By touchdown in Indiana, it had over 80,000 views. Gloria didn't know. She just wanted to see her granddaughter graduate. But her name, her face, her calm were everywhere. Later, at her hotel, a Purdue student in a hoodie whispered, Was that you on the plane? Gloria blinked. Already? People share what matters, the girl said. And that mattered. The airline, Coastal Air, remained quiet. Then a voicemail came. A producer from Midday Matters. You've become a symbol, they said. Gloria responded, I'm not a symbol. I'm a grandmother who got moved out of her seat. But something stirred. That night, she wrote a letter. I wasn't trying to go viral. I was trying to visit my granddaughter. I've spent my life telling young people their presence matters. But sometimes the ones who forget that are the adults who think they're in charge. Her son posted it. It went viral again. Civil rights groups quoted her. TV shows mentioned her name. She still didn't want attention. But she knew now. It was her turn to teach one more time. And she would. On her terms. Quietly. With grace. From her seat.